What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Log from the Money Etiquette Group here with another IPO video for you. And today we're talking about Peloton, the famous or well-known exercise bike and treadmill creators that allow you to use their equipment and join in live classes throughout the country. So you could be in Wyoming, you could be in Boston, you could be in Ohio, you could be in Cleveland, Cincinnati, and then still join a live class that's taking place in California or New York through their exercise equipment. I'm talking about their bikes and their treadmills. But again, they're hitting the market today on Nasdaq under ticker PTON. The shares will be $29 per share with a valuation of approximately $8 billion. Again, PTON on Nasdaq, $29 a share. Now let's get into the company's financials. For Peloton's 2019 fiscal year, they saw great growth in revenues and sales. They did about $577,000 in sales in the United States, and that was mostly comprising of their exercise bikes and their exercise treadmills. The treadmills are about $4,295 per unit, and I believe that the exercise bikes run about $2,200 per unit. So they're seeing great returns and great sales numbers when it comes to those pieces of equipment. But they also do great with their subscriptions. They have about 1.4 million users, and of that, 511,000 pay a $40 a month subscription fee. And in addition, they have 102,000 other subscribers that pay $20 a month for a subscription fee. Now, when it comes to their retention rate, they're keeping these same subscribers. They have about a 95% retention rate for their users, which is a great number when you're depending on not only the sales of the physical equipment, but you need people to subscribe and to stay with it year after year. We know how often people use exercise equipment and disregard it, but apparently because of the online live classes and the interactive classes that they're able to be a part of, people are seeming to keep this service over year instead of getting rid of it 6 months or 5 months into it. Now, when it comes to their revenue, they've seen great growth in 2019 compared to 2018. In 2019, their revenue totaled $915 million. Okay, they're right on the cusp of making $1 billion in revenue. Now, of course, that doesn't mean they keep all of that, but that's great growth. We're talking about a 110% growth over 2018. Now, when it comes to those numbers, okay, where did they see their losses? Did they have a net income or did they have a net loss for fiscal 2019? And they did have a net loss, approximately $195.6 million to be exact. Now, that is an increase from 2018 because in 2018, their losses were about $47.9 million. So we did see an increase, and they attribute that increase in losses to building their team. They're saying that they have to pay more for administration, more for sales, more for marketing. So they said, of course, as they get bigger and they grow larger, they're going to have to pay for more things up front. So that's why they're saying that they have that increase in expenses. But when you look at their revenue growth, it's so much greater that, hey, they're still going in the right direction. Again, we're talking about a company that in 2020 or for fiscal 2020, we expect to be a $1 billion revenue organization. Now, when it comes to the risk of investing in companies like this where they haven't turned a profit yet, they are going in a direction where in 2020 they may see a profit, maybe even 2021. But some of the risk outside of the profits is also investing in companies that are based on selling equipment, because will this equipment change with the time? As technology changes, will they be on top of that? As we go more towards leaving screens and going towards holographic technology, will you be able to, let's say, have an exercise class through your bikes in your home while having holographic projections around you that allow you to feel like you're going to be in the class? Because that's where technology is going in the next 5 to 10 years with 5G coming nationwide. So the question is, will they keep up with it? Will their equipment become outdated, and will they not develop more to make sure that you won't just throw away these bikes? And also, all these bikes and all these pieces of exercise equipment upgradable. Those things matter because, I mean, when you're spending $2,000 to $4,000 on a piece of equipment, you want it to be relevant for the next 10 to 20 years. You don't want it to be something that you just disregard in a year or two, because that's not a small amount of money. Most people don't spend more than $1,000 per year on exercise equipment. So to say that you're going to spend for one piece of equipment $2,200 or even $4,200 and then pay a subscription fee of $40 or let's say even $20 a month, that's a lot. Now, of course, people are doing it because it's new, it's trendy, it's something that works, because of course you can do this in your home and you can feel like you're a part of something without actually having to go to a certain place. You can even do classes with certain instructors that you may not have had access to because of your location. So I know all those things are great, but investing in exercise equipment based companies and even subscription based companies where the piece of equipment can age is risky. So you really should pay attention to how they develop and when they put out pieces of information of their future plans for development and how they're going to change their equipment and will they be able to adapt with the times. So with that said, what do you guys plan on doing? Do you have this equipment in your home? Do you plan on investing? Do you not have this equipment, but you still see this as a financial gain? You see this as a great investment opportunity? Maybe you see it as terrible. Maybe you're going to wait on the sidelines, even though the IPO again drops today on Nasdaq. Again, ticker symbol PTON on Nasdaq. Will you participate or will you stay on the sideline? Because I can understand both arguments, me particularly. I think I'm going to sit back and watch and see how this goes, because I'm just not so trusting in companies that produce exercise equipment and if they're going to keep up with the times. I've seen this go bad too many times, but maybe they're on to something. Maybe their tech is adaptable. And maybe they can survive the changes that we go through when it comes to how we use our exercise equipment and how we kind of live with the world around us when it comes to changes in tech. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Also, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on your notifications, because just like today, sometimes I'm going to produce a video and the stock is going to become available within the same day. Oh, one more note. I didn't say this. They're going to be putting out Class A shares of the stock, meaning that they will not, the owners will not lose majority ownership and majority control of this company just because they're going public. Remember, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support and look out for the next IPO video coming soon.